Hi, I'm Lisa. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back as the case may be. Glad to see you. And yes, I'm still talking about how getting older doesn't really have to suck. And I'll put up the playlist while I'm at the end of the video. You don't have to watch them in any kind of order. I do number them, but that's more from my memory than anything else. Today, I want to talk about worry. We all do. And it's one of the many things that can really make getting older just horrendous. And I think part of that's because we simply know all the bad things that can go wrong as we get older. So worrying becomes sort of part of our everyday. And then you throw in the world the way that it is at the moment. One of the studies that I just finished reading, well, I read the synopsis, I'm not completely crazy, said that 91 to 92% of worries don't come true. And one of the things they don't ever seem to talk about is maybe they don't come true because you worry about them. And that's basically the philosophy which my best friend and I used for many years to just talk about the fact that if we didn't worry, the world would probably spin right off its axis. And I'll talk about planets in a minute. But what they were basically talking about was something they called general anxiety disorder. And honey, if you feel like there is never a moment that goes by that you're not anxious, go see a shrink. I'm not a shrink. I'm talking about just the ordinary worries that infest our daily lives at this point. My husband used to call mine the worry of the week. So it was a wow, if you will. And again, he's not that guy. He doesn't worry about things all the time. But part of the reason he doesn't worry about things is that I handle them. And I'm handling them because I worried about them. Back to my best friends and my idea of what worry was about. But at any rate, worry's a spectrum. And we all know that it is. There's the worry that you won't have enough toilet paper to get through the week at your house, and the worry that you won't have enough toilet paper to get through the nuclear apocalypse. And that's a really big spectrum when you start thinking about it. And I tend a lot more toward the toilet paper in my house kind of process for the week. And to get through that worry, what I've done is simply buy one more of everything that I can possibly store. And okay, I buy two jars of mayonnaise, because I really like mayonnaise. But at any rate, um, the original Serenity Prayer, if you remember, it goes on forever. But Neighbor's actual original piece asked to be given the courage to change what must be altered, serenity to accept what cannot be helped, and the insight to know one from the other. And that's that insight that is the problem. We can lose that sense of balance for what can be changed and what can't be changed. And particularly the way that the media is right now, and with everybody chicken littling all over the place. Oh my God, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. And honestly, in terms of the planet, there actually is a meteor headed our direction. The fact is that the way that the media expresses that is, oh my God, a meteor is going to hit the Earth. And then the second sentence says there's a 2% chance that a meteor will hit the Earth in 2032, by the way. But that means there's a 98% chance that it won't. And I've linked a video about all of that and that direction, but it's the way that data is used to make it crazy and to make you click that little button. That's what it's about. What changed all this for me and made it easier these days to not worry about things like that is the fact that while the pandemic was happening and while the political world was going ass over tea kettle in the 2020s, I was ill, extremely ill. And I will always remember my husband's face. That man that does not worry was worried about me. And that was something he could do nothing about, but he still worried because he loved me. And I know that. What it did for me was it helped me learn that I had only so much energy. I was always the energizer bunny. I worked any number of jobs. I've worked as many as 3 or 4 jobs at the same time. I was always the last one working. I was always the first one there in the morning. And what I learned while I was ill was that energy is actually not an inexhaustible resource. It has limits, and I found mine. And I could barely sustain enough energy to get me through the day. And once I was doing that, I didn't have enough room left over for worry. So what I did, I stopped everything. I saved us $2,000 a year by getting off cable, got us off of the satellite. The only thing we kept was the internet. We have enough internet to be able to do these videos, among other things. But what it did was it diminished that incredible toxic flood of information that was coming into both our lives and let us deal with what was important. And that was me getting better at that point. I quit work. Again, not enough energy. Didn't tell them that. Just simply they needed to get rid of people, and I was glad to be one of the ones that they did. But what it amounts to is worry is energy. It's energy, and you can either waste it on something that you can't change, or you can worry about something that can change, like whether you've got enough mayonnaise to get through the week. And that's the direction that I decided to go. The other biggest fear, honestly, that I've had as far as I go myself is dementia. Nobody in my family has had dementia, but it's just pounded on us, particularly once we hit 60 and the internet realizes that there is so much that comes through about dementia, how to not get it, how to, what to do, what the signs are, and oh my God, everybody's got those signs. But one of the things that being ill taught me was what dementia looks like from the inside. And bluntly, a number of the medications that I was taking, combined with the fact that my body and that disease was trying to push the life right out my butt, left me for a period of time about as loopy as a 3-toed tree frog. And what I found out about that was, honestly, loopy's not that awful from the inside. It just is. You just kind of wander around in a haze and, try not to turn on the stove. That's pretty much it, or it's what it was for me. But what it did do was let me know that dementia isn't necessarily tortuous. I have a tremendous amount of sympathy for those who are dealing with someone with dementia. And my biggest advice for that would be to give them whatever they need to make themselves happy, except wandering around in the road outside or making themselves unsafe. And because honestly, when you're in it, you don't necessarily know that you're in it. Anyway, the other thing that has helped tremendously, both because I'm working with YouTube videos and because I'm learning the systems as I go, is you can make the systems work for you. On YouTube specifically, if you're on your phone or if you're on your computer, there's 3 little dots beside the title to each video. You can tell it you don't like that video. YouTube, that is, not necessarily the maker. You can take those pieces out of your feed by saying, I don't like it. I don't want to look at that again. And YouTube will do that for you. It will start changing your feed. Now, this is what the media does not want you to do. And in fact, you will see a ton that says you've got to be able to see everything you possibly can in your feed. And the answer is no, you do not. So, my advice, if you worry a lot, don't try to go cold turkey. Just talk to someone, a friend, a therapist, a loved one, whatever it takes, or write them down. And then decide on one, your worry of the week. And that's all you can do that week. And when you decide on that one, make sure it's one you can change. And then try to change it. Make sure it's different. Okay. If you're worried about what your children are going to get when you die, go get a will. On and on. There's all kinds of possibilities for how you can change the worries that are specifically yours. Cut the cord on the news. You do not need to look at that cockapalooza every day, all day long. If you have to for your job, then try to siphon out just what you need for that job. Nobody needs to watch all this news all the time. You genuinely don't. And I don't let people inflict it on me either. When they start that, I change the subject. I move on. But the other thing is to watch videos like this that are positive, that don't drive you crazy, that don't make your worries get even worse. And if you want to, if you liked all of this and want to keep seeing more, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll keep doing more. And if you don't, I genuinely won't worry about it. Cross my heart. Have a good day.